Oh, wow! Wow! It's so exciting!
Whoa!
Hey guys! Did you miss the last episode? You should really check it, huh? It's so cool.
Previously on the Golden Trail World Series. On the hottest day in the history of the Zegama scoring marathon, Kilian Jornet got the lead early after the start and won his 9th Zegama. Eliane was the surprise of the day, running a brilliant race to win her first trail marathon ever. Moving on to Chamonix, the race started super fast. Running under the high temperatures was Davide Magnini from Italy, who had a solid performance and took the win. On the women's side, Ruth Croft took the lead on the second half of the race and won her first race this 2019. Canazei was the third stop of the series, and Davide Magnini dominated throughout the race and came in first, winning 2 races in a row. Judith Wider coming from orienteering to trail running and winning the Dolomites run. What a crazy race! Let's take a look at the leaderboard coming to Sierre-Zinal. On the men's, Bart is still the golden leader and Stian is still second. After Italy, they managed to keep the same spots on the leaderboard. Davide, after his win, climbs up to the 3rd spot, followed closely by Nadir with only 24 points of difference. Thibaut Varonian, after not racing here in Italy, he descends from the 3rd spot to the 5th. On the women's leaderboard, Eliane loses her first spot and this one is taken by Ruth Croft, establishing herself as the new golden leader. Eliane goes down to the 2nd position, followed by Amandine Ferraro. The 4th position is for Elisa Desco that climbed 2 positions on this last race. The 5th is Silvia Rampato that climbed 2 positions and is now sitting 5th on the Golden Trail leaderboard.
Maui! Hey, Maui! Stay here, huh? Yeah. Okay, so let's start again. Yeah. The last 15 years I has been racing a lot. It can be from 30 to 50 races a year between skimo and trail running. So then it was mostly like try to get the best result, try to win the race, but saving the maximum energy possible because it was a race the weekend after always. This year I didn't want to race too much, I wanted to train more, so that was the big difference, to stay home, train, not have a lot of troubles and prepare well. And yeah, it was, I didn't know how it would work, but it did work well. Jonathan's wide record in Sierre-Zinal, it's impressive, I would say. He was running the Olympics, and I think it's hard because you need to be a very strong uphill runner. At the same time, you need to be very quick and fast in the flat. And looking to when I have been running there, normally like we lose a lot of time in the uphill, or a few minutes in the uphill, and then in the flat, yeah, we lose a bit more, and it's especially the last part after Hotel Weisshorn that we run much quicker to him. So probably if we want to be close to his time, we need to run faster uphill and faster flat. So there's a lot of work to do.
The first time I came to Switzerland was in 1979, and I really believed I had gotten very lucky that I won the first time. But then I came back and I won again, and I was thinking, well, maybe it wasn't luck. And so I came back the 3rd time, and I won it again the 3rd time. And they said, oh, well, you know, okay, maybe he got lucky again. Nobody can, it's impossible to win it 4 consecutive times. I won 4 consecutive times. And of course, Sierre-Zinal was not Hollywood like now, you know. The competition was there, but not as deep as it is, especially this year, you know.
Legendary Pablo Vigil is a 4 consecutive time Sierre-Zinal winner and one of the pioneers of trail running. This course is the oldest of its kind in Europe. Some refer to this race as the New York Marathon of mountain races. 40 years have gone by since the first edition, but the essence from the 70s is still here. Let's connect with Philip to see what's going on at the start line.
Hi guys, we're here for the 4th stop of the Golden Trail Running World Series. Guess where we are? It's Sierre-Zinal, the Fast and the Furious race. The runners are really stoked, the excitement is high, and it will become a really good race.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here, to be in such a beautiful place and with such great runners, so I just want to enjoy and give my best.
Whoa, today's level is probably the highest we've ever seen in the history of this competition. It's amazing to see all these runners together at the same time, all in one place. Coming from different disciplines from all over the world to compete here in Sierre-Zinal and to give the best of them to try and win probably the most famous mountain race in the world. What a timeless moment!
I think this year's probably the hardest year so far to be in the top position.
In the start, I couldn't tell who would be like in the top 20 because it was like 50 guys to be in the top 20. It was like 10 guys to be winning the race.
To have a trail race where just people are finishing just seconds after each other is extremely unique.
So it's going to be exciting anyway. I wish I was watching and not racing. Well, I don't, but I wish I could watch it and run at the same time.
I wish I was young enough that I could jump in there and run against Kilian and against all these guys, you know, just to say I was there also, you know.
So for sure, I think the level today was to be mountain running one of the biggest race.
I know 6 weeks ago I was extremely fit, so excited to take part of Sierre-Zinal and yeah, put a Hoka jersey up front.
The first climb will basically start at or just around Nuke, and it will go to close to Ponchette. That will be very, very tough.
As soon as the race becomes steep at Nuke until kilometer 6, there are 4.5 kilometers that have 1,000 meters of elevation gain. Kilian did it in 34 minutes. This would normally take the mass 1 hour and a half to do it. Kilian's rhythm is insane.
The first climb I was just pushing, feeling great, and I knew the times of Jonathan Wyatt in Pochette and in Chandolin, and I was trying to get close to that, and I was happy to be there.
If you try to run too fast in the beginning, the mountain will win.
La première partie.
On the first part of the uphill, I was feeling in shape. I was passing everybody in front, and you know, that made me feel really good, especially on the very first climb, which is very tough.
La grosse montée.
Una giornata perfetta.
It was a perfect day for the good feelings, the temperature, and the color of the sky. Everything, I'm very happy.
Contenta.
L'élan, s'il vous plaît. Merci beaucoup. Allez,
bravo. Allez, super, bravo. Allez. On 40 de la première. Allez, bravo.
Merci, au revoir.
All right. It never gets easier. So this is the flat section, which isn't actually flat at all. You have some more runnable sections, like fast running sections, and then you have the climb up to the high point, which is at 2,400 meters.
Good morning, guys. Welcome to Chandolin. Here is the aid station, and we are at kilometer 11. Here the road runners will definitely change the gear and probably come back to the mountain runners. Now everything seems really quiet, but it's gonna change really soon. So back to you, Pau.
Thanks, Martina. We are now in Chandolin at kilometer 11. The runners just passed the first big climb. Kilian is leading and has a 2 minutes gap from Petro Mamu. Let's see if Kilian can keep the advantage. Oh wait, it's our presenter Martina who switched the gears and is taking the lead from Kilian. Modmati has an advantage of 2 minutes and 43 seconds over Judith, and is 2 minutes and 4 seconds under the record at Chandolin. If she keeps expanding the gap today, it could be an epic day in the history of trail running.
Here we are from Chandolin. That's the ambience is crazier than before. The runner went by so fast. Kilian was leading, Pedro Mamu was second, and Kenyan was third. For the ladies, Maud Matisse was leading, and followed by another Swiss, Judith Wider, and Silvia Rampazzo was third. But the fourth, the fifth were all really close, so everything has to be defined. Let's see what will happen at the finish line.
After Hotel Weisshorn, the runners still have 3 kilometers left to the highest point of the track. There's a flat part after that and then the downhill to the finish line. Are we gonna see anyone break a record? Let's find out after the ad break.
And after Hotel Weisshorn, crazy things start happening. You have all the top runners that could go well under 2:30 and break Jonathan West's record.
Kilian Jornet created a gap at the early stages of the race. Arriving at Ponchet, he already had a 2 minutes and 6 seconds gap from Petro that was coming second. Kilian managed to maintain that gap all the way to Chandelin at kilometer 11. There was a battle going on for the third position between Toba Honosi and Jim Walmsley. Maud pushed really hard from the beginning and she managed to generate a good gap with Judith when they passed Ponchet. Judith took a slight advantage over Silvia during the uphill, but Silvia Rampazzo is a good flat runner, so she will probably manage to catch Judith again. As we can see, now we are approaching Hotel Weisshorn and she's just 50 meters behind her.
Wanna get there too, but not rushing. Wanna go so fast, you're melting. Wanna take my time and save something for you. Save some so I'm ready.
So we're here at Hotel Weisshorn, it's kilometer 19, and the runners will speed up here in the last big climb, and then from there it's almost just downhill towards Zinal. So it's really, really fast. And we have already got some updates from Kilian, so he's really close to the record, and it will be really exciting if you can make it or not. So it's 2:29 to beat.
Sierre-Zinal is known as the race of the 4,000 peaks. It's around here after the Hotel Weisshorn where you can enjoy the breathtaking views to see the 5 peaks of 4,000 meters of altitude while you run. Let's take a look at the map to see the gaps between the leaders during the first half of the race. Kilian slowed down the rhythm and Petro Mamu is pushing harder on the flat section. He's now only at 30 seconds behind Kilian. It's amazing to see Petro utilizing all his skills to narrow down the gap with Kilian. 4 minutes behind Petro, we've got Juan Carlos, and only 40 seconds behind we have Jim Walmsley 4th, and Tabojo 5th, only 27 seconds away from Jim. Maud is still leading the race. She has a 5 minutes and 17 seconds gap with Silvia Rampazzo that is running together with Judith. We will see if Judith tries to make a move during the downhill. 4th is Anaïs Sabrier, and only 1 minute behind she has Ruth Croft. Wow, we can see that Kilian is not anymore on the Jonathan's wide record. After 19 kilometers and 1,950 meters of elevation gain, Kilian is 24 seconds away from it.
I knew that today the major danger was Petro. His races the last weeks has been amazing, and I knew that he was the guy to beat. And I was thinking that he would climb with me, but I was happy to leave him in the uphill, and then in the flat he was very strong. Like, I started to be tired, he was coming back strong.
Yeah, now Kilian is tired. Yeah, so I can't win. I have channel, I said.
I think Kilian's going to be really, really tough to beat on the real steep technical part.
And I just wanted to get to the last 3 final K that is a steep downhill before him, because I knew that if I was there before him, I was winning the race.
But today, yeah, Kilian is really tough.
after Hotel Weisshorn, you had a small stretch of maybe 3 kilometers that were just really hard. And I think it was because you're reaching the highest point. And also, you're very tired.
The race is never flat. I would say there's maybe 3 miles that might favor. Once the course starts to kind of dip downhill and it's not quite steep and dropping into Zinal, I think that's definitely where I have the biggest advantage over someone like Kilian. I don't see Kilian dropping 4:30s on that, or that's miles, so I guess like 2:45, 2:50 per K.
We just passed Naba, the highest point of the race at 2,400 meters. Now, it's only 3 flat kilometers plus the downhill to Zinal. Kilian has a downhill in front of him, and we all know he's the mountain goat. Can he scratch a few seconds during the downhill to beat the record?
I was thinking backwards, like I wanted to get my best time and I wanted to try to break Jonathan Wyatt's time, but I'm not someone that want to say I want to beat this time, because many things can happen and it's hard to know what you will feel. But sure that in my training I was thinking that one of the goals was to try to go faster than Jonathan.
We all know that when Kilian has something in mind, he will go for it at 200%. He flew down the last technical downhill and now he's running under the record and he knows it. Hundreds of fans cheering Kilian before the finish line. They know he's about to make history again. Finally, it's happening! The moment everyone was waiting for. It took 15 years to break Jonathan's record, but Kilian Jornet did it today by 3 minutes and 27 seconds. Incredible! Winning his 7th Sierre-Zinal race and setting up a new course record at 2 hours, 25 minutes and 35 seconds. Petro Mamu, a former champion here at Sierre-Zinal, coming in second and also under the record. What a great performance, putting Kilian under pressure on the last few kilometers. And third, we have Jim Walmsley, the well-known road runner, just did the fastest descent of the day and getting that well-deserved third spot on the most challenging Sierre-Zinal race of all times. Let's take a look at the men's results. Kilian Jornet first, Petro Mamu second, Jim Walmsley third, Juan Carlos from Mexico fourth, and Robbie Simpson finishing second a few times these past years, but today, due to the high level of this race, he ended fifth.
J'avais envie de bien...
Yeah, at the beginning I was doing good. I managed to keep a good gap during the first uphill. I knew if I could keep it going, I would be pretty comfy during the flat part. And I made that gap bigger, so I managed to get a good advantage from Judith during the downhill. I was a bit afraid that she would catch me during the downhill, but with a 5 minutes advantage, I was surely she would not get me. So that means I only lost 1 minute during that downhill, and I think it's not so bad.
Conservé quand même une belle avance.
Maud Mathy going pedal to the metal from the beginning and running almost a solo race all the way to the finish line, breaking Anna's record by 5 minutes and 6 seconds. She's feeling it. Look at her. What a beautiful moment. The new mark to beat is now 2 hours, 49 minutes and 20 seconds. And here we have Judith also coming under the record time by 6 seconds. Unbelievable. She was 2 minutes short of a total Weisshorn, but she managed to cut down 1 minute and take the second position. Silvia Rampazzo coming in third and making a better mark than last year. Wait, because we have a finish line battle between Anais and Ruth. This is a real competition. They're battling for the 4th spot. Oh, look at Ruth. She's not letting go. She's pushing and overtaking Anais. And she will get the 4th position. What a great moment of competition. It's so nice to see how the athletes push themselves to the limit. I wasn't thinking about the record during the race. all the spectators were telling me that I was going to break the record, but I didn't really want to believe that. Then, when I got to the road bit and I checked my chrono, I was like, whoa, that's good.
Maud did it's blowing mind what she did. Like, she was running so fast, and she didn't have in mind the record. She was like just wanting this victory so much coming from here, and what she did was just like incredible. The time, and you did the same. It was like crazy, the density among the women. I think what they did today, it's a race to be in the books.
We're in the Sierre-Zinal Hall of Fame. We have a lot of the past winners, men and women, here, there, and everywhere. But if you noticed over here, this is the only black and white photograph here. And this is my era. Back then, the color camera was not invented, so everybody else has a color photo, but mine was in black and white. And so it was great times, you know. We need to go back to black and white. This color is boring, you know, really.
So the race is over. Kylian Jornet won and broke the record. So history has been done. Petro Mamu was below record time as well. Jim Walmsley incredibly third. Maud Matisse destroyed the record by 6 minutes. Judith Wider second. She was below record time too. Incredible. Silvia Rampazzo third. So here we are. We close the fourth stage of the Golden Trail Series, and we'll see you in the fifth one in less than 2 weeks in Pikes Peak, America.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard after Sierre-Zinal. On the men's, Davide steals the golden leader spot from Bart, that loses 1 spot. Stian didn't race in Sierre-Zinal, so he also loses 1 spot and is now sitting third. Kylian, after today's win, he's back on the leaderboard sitting fourth, followed closely by Thibaut with only 16 points of difference. After this race, a lot of runners already run 3 races, and some might have enough points to classify for the final in Nepal. From now on, the races left are to better those points and make sure they are in the top 10. On the women's leaderboard, Ruth Croft maintains her golden leader spot after a consistent 4th place. Eliane goes down to the 5th position, and the 2nd spot is taken by Silvia Rampazzo. Elisa Desco goes up 1 spot to the 3rd, and Judith Wider climbs up the ranks all the way to the 4th. Thanks for watching. What an amazing day full of action. The next stop of the series is in Colorado for the Pikes Peak Marathon. Exciting times ahead of the Golden Trail World Series. See you in the USA. Last year at the Pikes Peak Marathon, it was a couple of Colorado locals who took the victory. After crowning the Pikes Peak summit, Dakota Jones was sitting on the 2nd position. When the downhill started, he pushed real hard and overtook Darren Beck. Dakota managed to win the marathon, running the fastest descent in the history of the race, overcoming the downhill record set in 1993. On the women's race, Megan arrived at the halfway point looking fresh and strong. She didn't give the rest of the women a chance to get close. Megan pushed stronger towards the end and came in at 4 hours, 15 minutes and 4 seconds, breaking the record set by Lynn in 1981.